Hi, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Brian Prince. I'm a developer evangelist with Microsoft. I live in Columbus, Ohio, United States, and I talk mostly about Windows Azure.
Good. So, what can you tell us about Windows Azure? Please keep in mind we are in Central Eastern Europe, in Romania.
Yeah.
And, these are at the end of the emergent period.
So Windows Azure is our new cloud platform that allows us to run and scale code in the cloud. And we've invested a lot of money into this. Microsoft has spent over $2 billion building out our data centers around the world. And it's a great way for startups and new businesses and big businesses to be able to do more things with technology without having to buy a lot of hardware. They only pay for what they use. So if you need a server for a day or an hour, that's all you pay for.
What about the government story?
So we have a lot of governments using cloud, and I think governments are some of the fastest adopting organizations because they need to save money a lot, and the cloud allows you to do that. And a lot of the data they work with is considered public to begin with, so they feel very secure and safe putting it up in the cloud.
What are the scenarios where basically the cloud cannot be used, or it's not recommended?
Not recommended?
Not recommended.
Sometimes very high, maybe big scale data warehousing for business intelligence, we can't really do that well yet. If you have credit card or health patient super private information, sometimes you can't put that in the cloud. There are very few things that you can't do in the cloud. You can't have a printer in the cloud, right? You
or the desk, or the chair.
Or the desk or the chair. So you still need local hardware. And our goal is to let you build across the whole platform, from the phone to the PC to the server to the cloud.
Regarding the security concerns and the privacy of data, what are your how is Microsoft seeing this? How is answering these objections?
Yeah, so security is very important, right? And we have been building and running global data centers for 10, 20 years now. And so security is very important to our own data centers that we do. So when we built these 6 data centers for over $2 billion, we put security first and foremost. Everything must be secure. So there's physical security. There are armed guards. We don't give tours to customers. People don't know where our data centers are physically. We have a lot of standardized operations and procedures in place that control who has access to what, so that it's very hard for us, nearly impossible, to see customers' data and so on. And the security technology we used in our data center is the same that you would use if you had a lot of money. And for a lot of customers, moving from their data center to ours is moving to better security, because we have things that maybe they can't afford.
About the integration with the development tools, the Visual Studio tools, and what are the big announcements?
Well, we released our latest SDK 1.2 in June at TechEd, and that integrates into Visual Studio. It's best with Visual Studio 2010, so I can manage my storage from inside Studio. I can do deployments. I can turn my servers on and off within Studio, and I can use IntelliTrace to debug from within Studio if I have Ultimate.
But it works also with VS 2008, right?
It does work with VS 2008. It's because it's an older product, it's not as good, the integration I mean, but you can still use 2008, ship .NET 3.5, and that'll work in the cloud just fine.
So right now we can use .NET 3.5 and 4.0, right?
Yes.
It doesn't work with the lower versions?
No, we don't support lower than 3.5.
All right, and the last question: how do you see the competition? How do you differentiate Microsoft story from, I don't know, Amazon or Google?
Yeah, so Amazon's a very good competitor for us, and they are what's called infrastructure as a service. So when you ask for 10 servers, you get 10 virtual servers, and you now have to manage 10 servers. You have to provide their networking. You have to install software. You have to patch them and manage them. We are considered the next step up, called platform as a service. And when you give us your code and a model of how you want the code to run, I want 4 web servers with 2 back-end servers, for example. We handle all of the details. So we roll your code out, we manage the servers, we do all of that work for you automatically. And so there's less work for you to do.
Mm-hmm. And what about Google?
Google is also a platform as a service, but they're a shared environment. So you can deploy some Python code, and they're not really ready for the enterprise like we are. They're really more of a hobby platform right now.
Mm-hmm.